What's up, guys? Welcome back to Unbreakable Grind. It's your guy CJ, back with another video. Today we're going to be reviewing a video where they're asking people, are modern men weak? All right, are modern men weak? Going to check this out. I'm going to give my opinion on this, guys. Let's get right in there, man.
Do you find modern men weak? Now, it has been an up-to-date topic because women are becoming more empowered and more independent. Men sometimes do feel that they don't have a place now in the world and wondering if women are becoming the stronger parties. Now, I personally don't agree. I think it is great when you can communicate and you can converse and you can find a teammate. That is not weakness, but that's my own personal opinion. Let's see if anyone else agrees. Do you find modern men weak?
Absolutely.
No, I don't think so.
Yes.
No.
Yes, no. Why don't you think so?
I just think it's part of evolving, and we're just going through the years, and I actually think, if anything, it's stronger. It's the opposite of weak, so to be modern.
Do you like a domesticated man or not? Yes.
Half and half. I don't want them to clean the toilet bowl every day.
Do you want a little bit of independence, but not too much?
Because at the end of the day, historically, a woman cleans up after a man. I disagree with it massively, but I still do it.
I don't know what that lady was talking about. She's saying that historically women clean after men. She doesn't disagree with. I mean, she does disagree with it, but she still does it. I don't know what point she's trying to make. But what I will say on top of that is, what you'll notice is all this half and half, right? When it comes to masculinity, being strong, or whatever, like people want you in between. All right, that's what I've learned. People want you in between. They don't want you all the way masculine or all the way strong. You get what I'm saying? You actually get backlash for being like completely masculine. Okay, right? You do. Like, let's say a woman, or let's say society wants men to share their feelings. You should be honest. You should be able to communicate your feelings, right? And you're like, okay, cool. So once you start communicating your feelings, you can't really communicate them all the way. You just can communicate them within a limit, right? So let's say, for instance, right? You're competing. Let's say we're on a run. We're running. And you show up to the run and everyone's fat. You can't say, I'm going to win because everyone's fat and I'm in shape. And all of those freaking fat people are going to lose. You can't say that. But people want you to communicate your thoughts. But you can't communicate that thought, because as soon as you communicate that thought, then you're looked down upon. When you didn't say anything wrong, it's a logical statement. So you can't be that freaking strong or that freaking direct. You have to figure out how to say that in a nice way. So that's where you get this middle ground at, right? Or even when you think about the guy, she said traditionally the woman cleans up and the guy provides, or something like that, right? Well, you can't be the full extreme version of that, right? You can't be the freaking, right? She wants you to not necessarily clean up, but she wants you to be pretty, she wants you to be pretty submissive, right? You can't be fully not submissive. You can't say, I'm a provider. I'm going to go out here and kick everyone's you-know-what so that I can bring all the resources back to my family. Or if we were in the wilderness, right, I'm going to go out here and kill the biggest effing buffalo and bring that mother effer back. And she's like, yeah, but what about me and us talking? You can't say, you know what, I'm going to talk to you and stuff. That's good. But my main objective is to kill the big mother effing buffalo and bring it back. That's like my main objective. Yeah, but you need to figure out a way to have emotional openness, and you need to figure out how to be more intact with your emotions. The emotions will not help me kill the mother effing buffalo. That's the problem. So this is the thing. Society wants you to freaking be something that you shouldn't be, man. Let me be honest. I finally understood this a lot. Okay, when it comes to masculinity, right? When it comes to being strong, I believe the modern male is very weak. But it's because over generations, we've had to suppress things that are actually very, very, very masculine. We've had to try to suppress, which is stupid, try to suppress billions of years of biological evolution, right? We naturally want to go out and kill the freaking buffalo. Now somehow we have dudes that want to go and just be nurturers now. They don't even want to kill the buffalo. They feel like it's better to say, no, I just love and I nurture, and that's how freaking crazy it's gotten, honestly. Because internally, most dudes can agree. In the comments, tell me if I'm lying. Because some people don't know human nature. Some people don't know the nature of a male and the nature of an actual female. We're not the same. We're not the same. And this has become more and more obvious as I've matured through life. We're not the same at all. Okay? As a man, internally, my nature is that I want to go out and I want to conquer and I want to bring that back to my people so that they're provided for. That's like my main goal. Okay? If I go do that to my maximum capacity, I don't have to really be intact with my emotions. That's not saying that I'm not intact with my emotions. That's just not something that you judge the strength of a man on. That's not what you should be judging a man on, really. His in tuneness with his emotions does not help provide anything at all. And I need that to be understood. Now, you need some level of EQ to operate in the world. I understand that. But I'm just making a point, right? So what you see a lot in relationships is let's say a guy's being truly strong, truly masculine. And what that means to me is he's out here dominating. He's disciplined, and he's freaking focused on his objectives so that he can bring that buffalo home. He's getting himself in shape, right? Physically, mentally, whatever it takes to go out and get that buffalo and bring it back so his family's provided for. In order for him to do that, he has to be disciplined. He has to be non-emotional. He has to be focused. He has to be thinking the big picture. He has to be goal-oriented. He does not need to be, it does not help him to be like, you know what, let me be emotionally attached to anything, right? It's not an emotional game for a strong masculine male. It is a very straightforward, logical game, meaning they need to go and they need to get the catch and bring it back. If you want to operate that way, you will notice that you will get a lot of backlash, okay? Let's say you're in a relationship and you're only going to focus on buffalo. I'm in a relationship. That means I provide for you. That means I'm going to go get these freaking buffaloes. And you're out always getting buffalo. That's all you freaking do. You're probably going to hear but what about time together? And what about this together? But what about talking? But what about this and what about that? None of that stuff has anything to do with the core of a male. That's the woman suppressing the pure masculinity of a male. Okay? It truly is. Now, I'm not saying you don't do any of that, right? I'm not saying that you don't do anything emotional. You don't actually talk to women. You don't actually talk and have some emotional attachment in your relationship. I'm just saying that we're weak today because we can't express our full level of masculinity. It's encouraged that we communicate and talk more, but you can't say the truth. You can't say the truth. You have to figure out how to sugarcoat, right? And all that does is suppress you and suppress you and suppress you into being a lot more feminine. But I'll get into this a little more. Let's just keep going and see what they're saying.
I wouldn't class them as weak. I just think that they're shy and maybe like hard to say what they actually feel because it's quite hard with like boys rather than girls. Mixed opinion.
Well, I think
Yeah, and they're shy. So generations and generation to generation of that freaking suppression, you realizing that you can't say that. You can't show up to a race and if everyone's fat, you can't say all of these motherfuckers are fat. I won because I've been working out the whole time. You can't say that. They'll say, you're not supposed to call people fat. That's wrong. You're not supposed. No, you can't. But see, you can't be honest. You can't be honest. You literally worked out so you wouldn't be fat. And you would have been fat if you didn't work out. And you worked out so you wouldn't be fat, so you'd win the race. You show up to the race and none of the mother effers were working out. And they're fat like you would have been fat. You would have also been fat. You even saw yourself and said, hey, I'm going to be fat. And if I show up to the race fat, then I'm fat. But you didn't. You showed up to the race lean. And you said they're fat, which is true because they didn't do what you did. They did something else. But you can't be that straightforward. Because as soon as you say, dang, these motherfuckers are fat, I won, you're either going to be arrogant or socially freaking inappropriate. You're going to be something like that. And this is why generations and generations of this kind of stupidity makes you question everything you say, everything you think. You question everything. Everything a man men don't operate by their nature anymore. Almost none of them. They have to filter it through what women deem appropriate, what society deems appropriate. And let me tell you right now, that's some BS. It's gonna turn you into a weak dude. That's why you walk around freaking shy. You know what I'm saying? You walk around freaking timid and all that freaking stuff, man. That's because you're being suppressed. You get what I'm saying? And some people don't even know how to tap into the masculine anymore. They've seen so many generations of suppression like that they literally don't even know how to be masculine. It's like they've lost tact of it. So anyway, let's keep going though.
A man who is strong and secure in himself doesn't need to be threatened by a powerful woman because he can hold his own in any situation.
Why?
They can never ask a girl on a date. It's always just like, oh, let's hang out or whatever, but they like can't ever say that they actually like you.
So do you like a forceful guy?
Yeah, see, that's that right there. So we're talking about strong and weak men. She's implying that weak men don't ask women on dates. See, that's the little slick stuff I mean, because a lot of the time, your strongest dude might not want to go on a date. See, this is what you got to think about, right? A lot of your most masculine dudes can get so many women that why would they date you? They might honestly think that none of you are special enough to choose. Like, think about it. If a guy walks down the street, he gets 10 chicks, all attractive. Each one wants to go on a date. Each one wants to be with him. He's like, you know what? I've got 10 chicks that quick. I've already got some more chicks, right? So think about it from a masculine perspective. If he's truly strong and masculine, women like him. That is what it is. So you got to be logical, okay? Don't judge. Think about it. What makes you think that this guy is weak? Or what would make her think that a guy is weak because he didn't want to go on a date? I'm almost thinking, see, this is that suppression. That guy's strong, but that's that suppression, because if he gives in and goes on a date just because she says it, you know what? I'm going to go on a date because she thinks that means I'm strong. Now he's starting to be suppressed because he's really, honestly, he's probably a strong dude that has so many options. He doesn't care about dates. He doesn't care about even seeing all of these chicks again because he's that freaking attractive because he's so strong and masculine. This happens a lot. But what you see is a lot of times society will try to call certain attributes weak. Like a man who won't commit to a woman weak. That's not always true. That's literally not always true. Some dudes have so many freaking women and options, and they have so much freaking power that most women can't meet a criteria to make them commit. Like they literally can't. It's not they're weak. They're really so mother freaking cold and strong that you can't get them. That's what it is, right? My chick was very special. Like my chick really is a special kind of character because with all of the stuff that goes on, man, she still can keep my attention, and that says a lot. But I don't think most women could, and a lot of women don't understand a lot of this stuff, man. But anyway, let me keep going.
Guy that takes charge?
Yeah.
Would you say that you're a traditionalist?
Yeah, I would say that.
Really not. It depends on where they're located, I'd say. It's like a cultural thing.
And you said definitely not.
Maybe modern men show more the feelings, and I don't see it as a weakness.
I mean, I feel like their weakness is linked to their fear of being like not considered masculine enough. That's the weakness, the main weakness, I think, with men. Overall, I think there are pretty strong men in our society.
Weak? No, I don't know. Maybe more sensitive. That's a good thing, though, isn't it?
I don't think they're weak. It's not really.
More sensitive is a good thing. I'm not sure if that's a good thing at all. Right? Sensitive. Yeah, when I think of sensitive, I think of reactionary, right? Like a sensitive tooth, like it's very prone, like you're very reactionary when something touches it, right? Like if a sensor is very sensitive, it trips easy. Sensitive is not a good attribute for a man. That's not a powerful, that's not a good, positive, masculine, powerful attribute. Sensitive is definitely on the weak side. Right? That means you're triggered easily. Right? You're affected easily. That means without much effort, you can be moved. Your attention can be grabbed easily. That's not good. That's not a masculine thing. But this is why a mistake I've made. I tried to learn how to be, I've actually at some point in my life listened to women about how to be a man. The dumbest thing I've ever done. I don't think that's not possible. And just like women, you can't listen to a man to learn how to be a woman. I don't think that's possible either. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense at all. Okay. And that's what I've learned. And for example, you just said that sensitive might be strong. I don't think that's true at all. I think that's the opposite. Let's keep going.
If I had to kind of class them all into one group.
As an overall, no. I think they're made to look weak and kind of put in a position to be weak because of the whole feminism movement and so on. But I find overall they're actually being quite resilient, and they're made to look like they're doing the wrong thing. And I don't find that, I don't know, I'm kind of old school in that sense. I think that for the most part, they're made to look out like the bad guys.
I guess in the sense.
Hey, she's smart. That lady there I can't even believe I heard that. She's very smart, man. Like, she gets it. A lot of times people don't understand nature. They don't understand these billions of years of evolution of biology that have taken place, right? A lot of times, if you want to know what a man is, right, all you have to do is have a man listen to his billion years of evolution of biology, and it will tell you. That's all. If you want to know what a woman is, let that woman introspect and think about how she feels, think about what she's feeling and what her body wants to do in this world. And it's going to lead you and tell you the story of what that female is or what that male is. All right. That lady was very smart. She really understands, like, a lot of times you can be made out to look weak, right? You can be made out to look weak. Like, for instance, if you're a dude, like we talked about earlier, if you're a dude, you got many options because you're so strong. You take care of yourself because you're a provider. You have so many resources, so many assets. You have everything women want. So you have so many women that you don't commit to them. That's a thing. And if you do commit, you have to have an amazing freaking woman. That's just a fact. Women don't get that. And a lot of times they say he can't commit because he's weak. But really, that's one of the strongest dudes. And it's confusing because then it gives the illusion that the dudes that committed are strong. But a lot of times the dudes that commit, most of the time when dudes commit easily, they're actually weaker than dudes that don't. That's an illusion. It's an illusion, right? Now, I understand, and I'm just being honest, right? And I'm saying it as a married dude. As a married dude, I'm telling you guys that a lot of times the weakest dudes commit. This is a fact. And women don't understand that because they don't understand what it's like to be a dude that all women want. They don't understand the idea. But the thing is all women want masculine men regardless of what they say. This is another thing. Regardless of what women say or what society says, at the end of the day, the most attractive male is the most masculine, strong male, right? People would, a direct dude, if a dude's direct and he says what he sees and he doesn't care how someone feels about it, that might offend people on the surface. But people are usually gravitate towards those people. People usually respect those people more. This is the truth. Women might say that a weak dude can't commit, right? He won't commit. He's weak. But this dude could have a freaking 100 chicks and she can't stop thinking about him. Because she wants him just like every other woman wants him because he's so freaking strong and masculine. So the thing is she can't stop thinking about usually the guy that won't even commit because and that's what you have to think about, man. So it's very, very confusing. And years of this has dudes dudes listening to this and thinking they can't do this and can't do that. It turns you into these freaking shy, little, timid, weak dudes. And that's why we're weak in a modern society, man. It really is what it is. Let's listen to a little more.
So they're not able to necessarily express their feelings, and I see that as a weakness, yes.
Okay. Do you like a guy who owns his flaws, can communicate his emotions?
Yes, and is vulnerable, all of the above, yeah.
Why do you like that?
It's just, we're all human, and we all have feelings, we all have insecurities, and it's just difficult if you're constantly trying to dig out what those are in someone else. They should be able to own them and sort of grow from them.
Is that a sign of strength to you, if they're brave enough to talk to you?
Yeah, of course. I like that kind of man, yeah.
I think there's a lot of...
Yeah, see, that's a sign of strength that he's brave enough to talk to you, but he's brave enough to talk to you. He's brave enough to talk to other women. He's probably has high confidence, which is what women are attracted to, which will give him a whole lot of options, which will make him unlikely to commit, which will make him weak because, you see, right? So you start to see these weird, illogical kind of flows of thought as you kind of think through these things, man. It's very, very important to pay attention, right? Like a woman can say, oh my God, he's so confident he can talk to me. Then say, oh my God, he's weak because he won't take me on a date. But he was confident to talk to you because he's freaking validated nonstop. He has high self-esteem because he continuously goes out and wins. He competes against other men and wins all the time, right? Other women stare at him everywhere he go. He wins. He's a winner. He's a masculine, strong dude. Secure with himself. Secure with himself, regardless of how you feel. This is a big deal. This is important. This is lost, man. You cannot be masculine in today. Well, let me be correct. Let me say this way. You're going to get backlash at some point for being purely strong and purely masculine in today's society. I've come to understand that, all right? But I've come to embrace that, right? I've come to love it. I rub people the wrong way now. I'm going to be honest. I really do, all right? If I'm trying to get my family to $10 million. I don't hide that. When I meet people and I feel like they can be someone I can collaborate with, look, I'm trying to go crazy. I'm trying to get to this 10 million. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to play around. This is what I got. This is what you got. This is what I'm trying to do. You get what I'm saying? If I feel like I have to put in this many hours to get there, and my wife is like, hey, what about our family and us being able to, I'm a male. I have to go get this freaking buffalo and bring it back. Okay? To me, my freaking buffalo is this 10 million I want. Okay? I got to go get that mother effer and I got to bring it back. Now, here's the thing. When I bring it back, you're going to enjoy all the luxury of having that thing. You're going to be able to take vacations, and you're not going to have to worry about instability in your life. And you're going to be able to have everything you desire. It's going to be right there provided. But what I need you to understand is all of the emotional things that you might want me to be concerned with right now do not help me get that big mother effer. In my biology, billions and billions of years of evolution of biology is telling me that I need to go get that freaking buffalo. That's what it's telling me. Now, what you may be telling me, or what society may be telling me at this very moment, is that I need to figure out how to tap into my emotions and figure out how to dig deep into my soul about something. But at the end of the day, right, society might want, or others might want me to be that way, but that's what my biology is telling me. And come to find out, the biology always wins, right? I've come to find out, and this is what I'm going to wrap it up with. What I found out is that when I listen to my biology, when I listen to my actual billions of years of DNA and evolution that's inside of my body, and I say, you know what? I'm going to be honest about this, and I'm going to be open, right? I'm going to communicate that this is what I believe I should do, and this is how I'm going to do it. I promise you. The reaction I get from all humans, I don't care if it's freaking business partners, I don't care if it's my wife, I don't care if it's anyone, is always positive. Even if they have a negative initial response, they always are more attracted to me. Everyone is, all right? They're more attracted to the strength, even if they look down upon it and they don't want you to have it, right? Even if people don't want you to be that direct, you're going to get more respect for being direct. Even if you're very aggressive and you're very straightforward, people might say, you're always competing, you're always doing that. But they're always going to really in the back of their head have respect for you. They're going to place you at a higher regard than most people. And what I need you to understand is that's the approach you want to take. Because it's a deadly, deadly game to try to suppress your masculinity and suppress the strength that's inside of you and try to play these games that aren't in line with the billions of years of freaking evolution. Okay? You can't fix something you can't fix billions of years of us iterating to what we are today. Because I need you to understand, it's not broken. All right? We go and we get the freaking catch. We come back with it. Oh, that's too shallow. Yeah, exactly. It's too shallow to you because you're not going to go get the catch and bring it back like that. It's not shallow to me because that's my whole existence almost is to freaking get that freaking catch. And I need to get it before everyone else gets it. And I need to be the biggest one. And I need to make sure I got more in backup and spare and everything. I need to make sure we can never fail and make sure we never go hungry and make sure we can enjoy this life. That's what I believe the true masculinity is. And I do think we're weak and we've lost that. You got all this, you got all this, we're learning too much letting society suppress us too much, man. And with that being said, man, I'm going to cut this off. All right. If you like this content, hit that like button, subscribe, notification if you want those immediately. I promise to keep the heat coming, guys. This video is longer than I want it to be. I'll keep it shorter next time. Peace.